Hi Aries, my name is Ascending Synergy Tarot. I'm going to be doing an X Tarot spread here, an Oracle advice in the month of August for you guys that have separated connections, whether it's long-standing, it could be years apart, months apart, or this is a recent past separation. This is intended to just gain advice, information, clarity, and closure on a particular situation. If this is just a general reading, if you would like a personal reading, you can go below. It's called ascendingsynergy.com. You can book your session with me there. So on this side, we're going to be reading from the divine feminine energy. This side is our divine masculine, and then what you embody together. This is gender neutral. So a man, if you guys are more resonating with that story path and the storyline that I'm mentioning, that's perfectly fine. And a woman, if you are resonating over here on the male side, is perfectly fine. This has just helped me with the clarity and the tone of the reading. Okay, so let's get right into it for Aries and their Axis Spirit. What messages do you have for Aries and their Axis Spirit guides? What messages do you have? So for the divine feminine energies, we have separation here. So time apart from your partner is on the horizon. She could have initiated the separation with that, or this is just something that she felt like she had to do for herself to kind of really come in connection with herself. Additionally to that, with separation here, it's just kind of like really, it's like she knew that you needed time apart, just a kind of like healthy boundaries and really some sort of alone energy here where we can really recalibrate. This can also be indicating that she works a whole lot and she has to travel for business or for school or what have you, and the distance really kind of gotten in the way of the connection here. This also again feels as though time just on your own can really prepare us for our emotion, like our relationship journeys here. So she really did feel like she needed that space to really kind of grow as a person. With the masculine energy, we have this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. The masculine energy definitely feels quite opposite here. He feels like this divine feminine was in fact his one, the person that he wanted to spend the rest of his days with. He really believed that this is the energy that he really wanted to put the time and effort and energy and true love in this. I feel like maybe this is also letting us know that he maybe could have not recognized the full potential of this divine feminine, and that from that space she just really felt overlooked. And again, feeling very overlooked, knowing that, he felt this way. But then someone could have, maybe the divine masculine, just he felt this energy, but maybe the way he could have been portraying it was quite opposite here. So this is again a lot of things where he's really coming into, he is seeing his divine feminine in his dreams. He's getting a lot of guidance, inner guidance too here. He's definitely getting a more clearer sense of what partnerships and romances typically embody. The energy that you guys share together is express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Wow. So both of you guys definitely still have a level of love expressions for each other. You guys definitely have a lot of love still together. Like, I really feel like you guys want to send each other texts and some sort of attractive energy here, like just sending each other flowers and gifts. And I really feel like, I don't know necessarily if that's the initiative that you guys take in August, or maybe you guys do in fact take this, but I feel like the more that you guys can exceed each other and give that type of love to each other, I feel like you guys could be a little bit more open in receiving each other. It definitely feel like both of you guys want to come back together and really want to express yourself here. I do see at the bottom of the deck, keep an open mind. So again, there's a lot of passion, and very soon, I feel like this is definitely going to come together after maybe an elongated separation, divorce. And again, like, I feel like, you know, they're very different from you. And again, I feel like the divine masculine, that could really be he overlooking the level and gratitude of love that he has for this divine feminine. And, you know, she really couldn't feel like that anymore. She really did have to, like, kind of go on her own in her own life journey here. But there's definitely a level of love that's still established for both of you guys in the middle. Even to the point where you guys both want to communicate to each other, actually. Absolutely. Okay. So let's see what spirit information that we have for our divine feminine, divine masculine, and what energies that you guys share together. Okay, so for our divine feminine energy, our spirit energies are communication. Wow. So, and that's 1 + 4 = 5. So there is definitely a level of freedom of expression she could have felt that had been stifled. Or this is just an energy where the communication between her divine masculine and herself just was really incongruent. I feel like she's a really good communicator. She's coming off to me as she really knows her truth, what her heart embodies. And she really tries to really talk about that and let it flow and have these balance of energies that she's aligned with here. Communication is really her love language, I feel like, is here. For the masculine, fertility, 2 + 7 is 9. So he could actually be expecting a baby. You guys could be, this could involve you guys having a baby. It could have been around conception issues, or just whether or not you wanted to start a family or not. And I feel like he's coming to the end of how he maybe feels about what fertility really is here. But there's a lot of creations that's going on here with the divine masculine here. He has a grander expression of himself. It's making him more open, really, really open now. I feel like he's tapping in to something. He's growing into his consciousness. He's growing into a grander, like, expression of who he essentially is here. Something is really going away for him to really fertilize this for himself. And 2, wow, and together you guys have allowance 9 again. Some of you guys could be wrapping up some other path that you've taken for you guys to kind of come back together. I do see that you guys both want to express your love. Really feel like the divine feminine really wants to communicate. I feel like the divine masculine really wants to co-create. Again, and it's like you guys, I feel like are getting a green light here. I feel like if you guys were coming to this reading asking, hey, should I get back with my ex? I feel like this is confirmation with allowance here. It's like not really judging each other, not worried, not fearful anymore. just really allowing yourself to just not resist the love that you guys have together, because it both expands you too. It really not only binds you, but it all additionally expands you. And I feel like her communication style really helps to really expand this divine masculine energy and his full potential, for him to really like step in his power even here. So let's get some tarot energy here to see a little bit deeper into this message. So I'm going to pull 5 cards for the divine feminine and 5 cards for our divine masculine. Messages that we have for Aries and Axis Spirit. Yeah, I feel like something is you guys are ending maybe another relationship, another connection. It could have a baby involved. I feel like it is it could be for just a select few of you. I'm tapping in that this masculine energy has a baby, and he really maybe don't want to be connected with the mother of the child, because they're really still connected to someone, again, from their past here in this relationship. Because you guys are, I feel like you guys want to, I don't know, it seems like a really crazy kind of situation. And it's like you're given a green light. It's like, follow your heart, express your love, allow this to really go, because this is your life. You're getting a grander expression of life. I feel like neither one of you really don't want to like live in a place of lack or settling. I feel like you guys both see each other as this beautiful energy. I just feel like the situations that you might be in is kind of like needing to either come to an end, or it's just a karmic cycle that you guys are experiencing for growth, again, for personal growth. Okay, so let's pull some more energies here. Okay, so for the divine feminine here, yeah. When this connection ended and she had to move on, or she was forced to move on, it was something extremely, I feel like it was hard to do. Also with this full card here, it was like there was a lack of beatitude, a lack of flow, a lack of, someone could have been extremely selfish that kept this person extremely unhappy, not really feeling like she can have her rebirth, her new outlook on life. I do feel like this also can indicate where she might have to really unblock herself so that this beautiful, dignified energy can come in. This energy that we want. This pride. Someone's pride could be in the way too. They could be a form of a traditionalist and maybe moving away from that because they see how it maybe stifles their growth, and really switching their perceptions and ideals to be a little bit more open, so that they're seeing the injustices that they could have caused themselves here. And there's definitely this impulsiveness to really just begin again. Someone could, like this divine feminine, she's coming up as an Aries, actually. There's also a Capricorn energy here too. And wow, it could be involving 2 different women. Wait a minute. So maybe someone had to decide on a partnership. Okay. This is sticky. Okay, so it goes back to the storyline I was telling. I feel like someone has to choose a path to end it, to complete it, so that they can really come into this new path with this divine feminine. I'm definitely feeling like the masculine energy needs to really like I don't know, he could be really putting the final touches on really trying to move out of a space to come into a new space with this partner, his divine feminine, someone that he feel like is truly his partner. And someone gets left behind, and that person I feel like is left behind it's going to be very difficult for her to truly disappear or to truly leave, and she's not going to take this well. And because she just feels completely stabbed behind her back, so you know what I mean. So it's like a wild, crazy story, so please forgive me if it's coming out like this. Also with this energy, I do feel like with the divine feminine, she had to know her worth. She had to at first she could have been very not seeing her worth, not really judging herself in a real way and what her capabilities are. Capabilities could in fact be like, oh, I can't stand on my own 2 feet. I'm not really self-sufficient. I'm not that smart. I need someone else to really be here so that I can live my life. And she's coming into her own. She's magnifying. She knows her worth. She's realizing her magnetism. And again, through that separation, through her taking a new journey in life, through giving herself proper communication of herself, that she's able to really rise like a phoenix. But there is something still doubtful. I feel like something has been left unsaid. Excuse me, I had to drink some tea. My throat hurt. I feel like, someone wants to express themselves, but maybe feel like it's not the proper time or something of that nature here. So let's pull this masculine energy. This is quite interesting. I will definitely be clarifying these. It just feels like, wow, it's like messy. It's not messy, but just like it's a lot going on here. Okay. So for the masculine energy here, something was found out. Something was found out. It could involve a Sagittarius or a Taurus or a Gemini. Something was found out. And it wasn't pretty. I feel like someone was maybe even incoherent to it. And it just felt like a stab in the back. I truly feel like somebody completely felt stabbed in the back. And again, there was a separation. It was this, this Lover's card in reverse. You guys really could have been a karmic pair, or even twin love. I mean, twin flame love. Also, you guys just feel equally yoked, and it just wasn't really not equally yoked. You guys could have. I feel like the divine masculine maybe saw. He kind of really feels very loving towards the divine feminine. But in reality, it wasn't what he think it was. And I feel like throughout his time and his space, I feel like he starts to understand what true safety is, what is securing for him, what commitments that he do want to really embody. Because there is a level of decision making here after something completely tumultuous. Whether or not, he wants to maybe accept the offer of the divine feminine or vice versa. There's a level of balance and harmony and restoration, and also angels looking after this divine masculine over somebody that he might saw as his one, but really didn't see that she maybe wasn't that great in reality. I feel like his illusions of who she was override the reality of life, of the situation. And I feel like his life, no matter if he still kind of suffers because you guys are separated, or really, he wants to really restore himself, to balance himself, to really create also here in this space, whether it's just him or just with him and his divine feminine here. But it do feel like he had to make a decision between two women. This also could feel like one was rejected. Someone was rejected. Someone was left in the cold, and it was not pretty. Someone does not feel appreciated. Someone could have had a reunion with the Three of Cups here with someone from their past. With the Six of Cups. Someone does not like this decision at all. And through all of the mistakes and imperfections that you guys had, through really meditating and really just sitting with ourselves, you just gain this appreciation for each other. You just start to see how much you guys truly love each other. And it just starts a whole new love path in life. But again, I feel like someone has to leave a complete commitment. Like someone could be married and have to leave a marriage behind. Or with this Emperor here, this Aries energy and Taurian energy, someone has to maybe leave a career behind. Some kind of big sacrifice to truly like be together. And I feel like that's the thing that we're really pondering over, really kind of like what to do. I feel completely caged. But again, I don't know, like I really feel like that's just for a select few of you, if you don't resonate with that. So let's clarify, because this is getting a little juicy. The Emperor wanted to come out again, so yeah, it definitely feels like someone has to leave a marriage behind. Jeez. Yeah, I do see like two queens and two kings. I feel like you guys could be in both relationships and maybe could have reconnected on social media, some kind of telecommunication, some sort of, I don't know, something of that nature. And you guys just are allowing whatever happens to happen. And it's getting a little tricky. So I feel like you guys could be both in connections. I feel like the masculine has to decide, and the feminine, she could have already made her decision. Or the masculine has to pick between two women. Wow. And then I'm getting the divine feminine has to decide of what balances her, what completes her, what equally yokes her, what unionizes with her, or security, safety, what keeping the house over her head, some sort of like security here. All right, wow, this is interesting. Okay. So the divine feminine, we have the Queen of Pentacles again. So it definitely, what? Okay. So for the divine feminine, I feel like she could have left her divine partner behind. And she moved on to another commitment that was pretty beautiful. It's very illuminating. It's very fiery. It's very passionate. It's life-giving. It's confident. It steps her into her power. But some kind of betrayal or something that happened in her relationship that completely stopped this connection that she was in. Could have involved that the partner that she's with wants a new beginning with someone from their past that they left. And she's starting to find this out and starting to maybe see that I feel like she could even be getting this intuitively. I don't even necessarily think she actually knows, but I feel like her communication style, she's very intuitive, mentally, like a mental intuition here, that she's picking up on, and she's realizing that her spidey senses aren't wrong. So she really is looking to separate. But in that same space, I feel like this is a turn of a good event for her, because she's in that same space where she can now express her love to this divine masculine energy who equally wants her too. There's definitely messages coming in here. Definitely messages coming in here. She wants, or he wants, to really talk about the things that really didn't pan out, and through your learning experiences together, you know how to be more compassionate together, loving together. It's just completely beautiful, and you're abundant together. There was a lot of growth that has taken place, and a lot of harmony here. Once whatever that was, again, I feel like someone has to leave a relationship behind. It feels like a big sacrifice that has to be taking place here. She loves you. There's a lot of energy here with the Two of Cups. I just feel like there was just this, it was unequally yoked. You guys both had to maybe grow as people for fertility. You guys could have just, she was on a personal journey, he's on a creations. There's this growth that had to take place. She has the wheel of fortune here, divine timing, again in the same position. Jeez, I feel like she wants to move on, but she felt like she couldn't because of the attachment that she has with someone. And I feel like she really wants a new beginning with this divine masculine, but she could be in a situation that she really maybe can't get out of just yet, just due to attachment issues. She's really doubtful of a new beginning. She really feels safe where she's at, even though she's not receiving the love and nourishment that she truly wants and desires from this bottom partner. Oh, Aries, I'm so sorry if this is like going left. This is just what's going on. It's just a general reading. All right, so let's get into this masculine energy. Yeah, same thing. Oh my God, the same exact storyline. He wants to manifest clarity and reunions and just communicate and transform out of anything that felt displeasing or unpleasant that's taking place between the two of you guys. He believes you are the one. Okay. So let's get into it. Yeah, so wow, masculine energy all over this bottom. That's so funny. We have all the queens up here with the divine feminine, and then all of the kings down here with the divine masculine. He needs to open himself up. I feel like he has, again, with this fertility, he's definitely in a position of opening up. But he has to really use his intuition. I feel like the way he could have possibly saw his partner could have been way out in this space of perfection, when in fact she could have disappointed him. She could have in fact left him with someone else, and he is still kind of reminiscing of really still offering love to her and really being her knight and shining, what is it? Knight in shining armor or whatever. Knight in shining like king and soldier to her. He really wants to be her everything. The thing is, with this King of Wands in this position, he still has a lot of outdated perceptions and ideals that he has to really decide to really move away from. Because if he doesn't, it feels like it causes a lot, like long suffering attached to something that was real, that he thought was real, ends up actually stabbing him in the back. Or it really just was a betrayal here that was just like, now he has to really kind of like gain the strength and to really find balance again, and really not closing himself up spiritually, because I feel like this could have spiritually hit him hard. And again, I just feel like he still loves her. He still wants to offer this. I feel like what I keep thinking in my head is beating, like watering dead plants here. And I feel like he wants to water something that's long gone. This could be a situation where she moved on and she's happy. But in that same space, I feel like if she left this partner here onto another person, even though she thinks she's happy, she's unfortunately going to get some kind of karmic situation. Whatever that she's done to him, it's going to be essentially done back to her. And it's like she is going to feel exactly how this bottom energy felt. I feel like this bottom energy really has to come into a sense of awareness. Him not really seeing outside of his views and his ideals and his perceptions just due to pride and arrogance or whatever the case is. And I feel extreme sense of manliness. I'm not saying necessarily a narcissist, but I do feel like an extreme case of someone who's extremely logical and extremely safeguarded, but then their ego can definitely take a big hard hit on their life here. This can involve a Leo or a Sagittarius too, and also Aquarius. But for the most part, I feel like he has to muster up the strength to really balance himself, and that balance comes from his cosmic consciousness. I feel like he's very spiritual, but he has to really come into it. I don't think that he necessarily is like connected just yet, but he's going to be connected soon once he opens up his world and really like sees the things that are delayed or weaknesses that's in his ideals that no longer serve him. So that was like a personal, I feel like this bottom energy is on a personal journey. So is this top partner. She could be really missing the hell out this bottom partner. And I feel like through divine timing, you guys will be able to kind of reconnect. But again, I just feel like both of you guys don't really want to communicate to each other. She could have felt shameful. So that's why maybe she doesn't really want to necessarily talk. This bottom partner, I feel like he just needs the courage to really muster up and figure out how to come at this. Then I see all kinds of other decisions that you guys are making a decision on a partner that is just completely restricted and restricting, and you had to really like kind of come out of that so that you guys can realize your full potential with each other. Oh guys, so much going on. All right, so let me pull some advice here. Okay. All right, so with the divine feminine here, we have summertime, bask in joy and light. So yeah, and then she has the sun here. So for her energy, she just is very, I just feel like she just knows her worth. But again, I feel like the way she goes about moving and journeying on her journey, it's like at the expense of somebody else. So she has to be really mindful of not really attachment issues. I'm getting also attachment issues, but also watching out for those who attach herself those who attach those to herself here. I feel like there was a form of attachment that she didn't feel comfortable with, and she felt like she did have, in fact, had to move on because it felt obsessive. Someone could have been just obsessing her, and she had to kind of just move on because she's shining. The vice for her is the reason why she had to move on is because she had to shine. She could have felt some kind of oppression from this bottom energy here, to the point where she really had to really go into manifestation and really allow her light to banish anything that was dark to her. That goes all the way back in the beginning when we were talking about him maybe not expressing how he truly feels and withholding that just due to the fact that of his pride or some sort of super masculine energy that he's taking on that's really holding him behind of this true love that he has, and she just couldn't deal with it no more. You know, it was like she had to come into her own and find her worth, and knowing that this love that really was here for you guys, it just wasn't really moving forward. So she really had to kind of move forward without him. With the masculine energy, we have water guardian. Connect with your emotions. That is perfect. That's exactly what he needed to do. He needed to connect with her emotionally. Again, this over masculine energy here. You know, he loves her. He cares for her. I just don't think that he didn't necessarily know how to really show it. And because of that, you know, he just, I feel like, lost out on this person here. And I feel like he's living with a lot of regrets. He still could have possibly still think the world of her. I feel like he has to really understand how he really feels and not let his sensitivity to shine through. It's not a curse. It's a gift that's allowing him to receive and understand messages directly from his soul. And look what you guys have together. The star ancestor. Follow the voice of your soul. Wow. Okay. Yeah, you guys are meant to be. And then the ego at the bottom. See this from a higher perspective. So I'm getting like Scorpio energy too. But for the most part here, wow, this is taking me way left. This is a very decent reading because there's so much going on. But now that I see this energy, it's for sure that you guys love each other. You guys feel each other at the soul level. I feel like there was a lot of maybe incompatibilities, but that does not negate the fact of how much you truly love this person, of each other. You both equally feel the same way. Again, I feel like you guys have to grow as people here. You know, she might have to really battle with codependency and attachment issues here, and being very aware of that and being very clear of that, because it's not really totally really like she could really don't see that, and that really kind of hinders the connection. With the bottom energy, I feel like he just has to really connect with his emotions and really express how he truly feel about her. It's in a way that's coming from his soul, that's coming from his heart. I don't feel like he's that connected yet to do that. And once that you guys could be able to do such a thing, this is really a powerful reading where you guys can really like whole messages coming. There's a lot of messages coming between both of you guys. Yeah, you guys are going to be reconnecting soon, I'm getting, or through divine timing with these Wheel of Fortune energy. I feel like someone absolutely have to leave a connection at their end behind so that this reunion can take place here. Yeah, through divine timing and through this, you guys are coming into a space where you guys are both on human journeys. You guys met for a purpose. This was some sort of soulmate connection here that really inspired you, and really got you into a new space of awakening here. And so it's a lot of different cosmic guidance for you guys, messages that you're receiving that's going to allow you to express the love that you have together. It's like the powers that be are like really making space for you guys to really come back together through divine timing. That's beautiful. Okay, I'm a sucker for love stories. And there's, again, when it comes in, again, a higher perspective on both of you guys' side. This is, I feel like, it's the journey, looking at things from a very high perspective here. What a beautiful reading. Thank you guys so much for allowing me to do that with you. That's only a general reading. If you guys want a personal reading, I have my information below. Thanks, guys. Bye.